well until that turns on. That first piece was entitled Lexicon, band. These guys have had...
Oh, good. These guys have had a fantastic year. I was telling them this morning, I said, I don't think I've ever had so much fun with my freshman band, and we just had an absolute blast this year. These guys have grown tremendously, as you can tell from what they just played. A very challenging piece of music in mixed meter. I have to say a couple of special thank yous before I forget. First one is Julia Adamson. Julia, will you wave it up, buddy? She was going to play percussion tonight with the rest of my percussion section that's kind of winging it. But we found out one of our clarinet players is going to be gone on Friday, she told us. And so Julia had 2 rehearsals with us? Yeah, I think 2 rehearsals, Friday and today. So big thanks to Julia for stepping in and playing. What do you... And of course, a huge thank you to my percussion section back there. Without them stepping up and giving up their off hour, or Mr. Irmstead letting them out of English class, or Mr. Rook letting Brenna out of her study hall, they would never be able to do this. So thank you to all of you percussionists. We appreciate it. Up next, we have a special treat. I've never had students conduct at a concert before. But I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to give a couple kids a shot. I have 2 students going to major in music education this year, going to the University of Mary, both of them actually. That's where I graduated from, that's good. So I have 2 students going to be majoring in music. We'd like to feature both of those students tonight conducting a piece with concert band. And thank you, concert band, for being willing to work with guest conductors. First piece is going to be conducted by Mr. John Bisbee. Please welcome him to the stage. a fantastic job. The next young lady that we have coming up to conduct the band wasn't sure she wanted to. And I said, sure, just keep trying. Just do this, you'll love this. And I think she does, because she smiles most of the way through it, except the parts where she gets really confused and just starts looking down. Right, Emily? She's gonna be great. Playing French horn with us tonight just because she can, and now conducting concert band, please welcome Miss Emily Long. All right, they just did an outstanding job. Thank you very much. Thank you, concert band. You may go to your seats. We'll bring your Symphonic band up. Go that way. All right, we'll take just a second, reset the stage, and bring Symphonic band on. piece was entitled Carnegie Anthem, and of course the about the music written by the conductor starts with, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? It's a joke in New York City. And the answer is, you practice. And so when he wrote this piece, he kept that in mind by saying, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Well, you practice. Back when Carnegie Hall was first built, it was one of the best halls to play in, and if you got to play Carnegie Hall, you were the best of the best. And so he wrote this anthem with that in mind and scored it for high school band, and fantastic piece of music, very challenging to play, lots of melodies and counter melodies going on at the same time. These kids just did a fantastic job with that. Next piece we're going to play for you is written by one of my favorite composers, Brian Balmages. And I actually had a chance to meet him this last year, and he's a fantastic composer and a wonderful educator. And he wrote this piece called Hypnotic Fireflies. And he said the piece was inspired by his vision of an open field on a summer night with thousands of fireflies lighting up the darkness. And so what they did when he wrote this is he included piano in here to create that firefly effect. You'll also hear all sorts of metallic effects coming from the back in the percussion section and lots of mallet work. So this is one of my very favorite pieces entitled Hypnotic Fireflies. realize until about 42 seconds or so before I started the second piece that I picked all programmatic works for this band. Meaning that all of this music has a little backstory to it. So, with that being said, the third and final piece that these guys will be playing is a piece entitled Everest, The Forbidden Journey. And it says here in program notes that Mount Everest has attracted the most adventurous of mountain climbers for decades, with many meeting their fate in the attempt to scale the world's highest mountain. The legend of the Yeti has tales in the wild. That does not make any sense as a sentence. Moving on. Yes, I love this. Anyway, it's a hairy creature serving as protectors of Everest and its villages. That makes still no sense, but that's okay. Apparently there's something about a Yeti. The mountain, as our journey begins, is depicted by being bold and majestic. And it develops dramatically as our journey progresses, telling the eventful and tumultuous tale, reaching a stunning climax as the apex of the mountain is reached. From here, we head back down the mountain, remembering the grandeur and majesty of the mountain. It's a fantastic piece of music, hands down the hardest piece these guys have played all year. They've done a fantastic job with it. We're going to take a tuning pitch before we do this, so please enjoy Rob Romaine's Everest, The Forbidden Journey. Kind of a different piece of music, huh? Very cool. A piece entitled Star Dance. It was meant to help you to explore the outer regions of space and this composer's interpretation of what that might be. So, they did a fantastic job, very challenging to put together. At the end of the piece, I have to point this out because Andrew Bowden asked this question the other day. Is it possible to play two time signatures at the same time? The answer is yes, it is. At the end of the piece, the band is playing in 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, while the percussionists are going da 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 da. I can't do it very often. Okay, so they're in 7/8, the rest of the band is in 4/4. Very challenging. These guys just did a fantastic, fantastic job with that. Give them another hand. That was really good. Well, as I hope you all saw in your program, your insert for Band Day this year. Hugh, can I borrow yours, since I see you? Thanks. I appreciate it. This is the flyer. It's in everybody's programs. I would ask that you would just take this to work with you. Hang it up on a bulletin board, hang it up on a door, hang it up on a window. Get the news out. We have a fantastic guest group coming this year. We're calling them our headlining act, and it is the Distinguished Men of Brass from Tampa Bay, Florida. And they were seen this past summer on America's Got Talent. They made it into the top 20, and they are absolutely amazing. If you want to see a video of them, you can go on Facebook and check them out, or you can go on Facebook and check out Williston Band Day, and we have videos posted on the Facebook page for Band Day as well. Many of you have probably heard that the parade route is turned around. It's the same route we've been taking for years. We just start downtown and end at the park instead. Makes it easier for all the students that are involved, not just from Williston, but from other schools. It's way easier to have bus parking in the pool parking lot. I've also heard a lot of people say, but the parade route's shorter. It's actually 2.5 blocks longer this way. The parade officially used to start at M&H on the corner of 2nd Avenue and 11th Street. We now will start all the way down on 2nd Avenue and 1st. And, no, 1st Avenue and 2nd Street. I remember. 1st Avenue, 2nd Street. That's where we're starting, right by Sportabout in M&H downtown. We'll head over to Hendricks. We'll head north to by the park and the outdoor pool. We'll head over to M&H. We'll head north, and the north end of the park is the end of the parade route. Everybody thinks it's shorter because the parade technically, in people's minds, used to start at El Rancho. But the parade actually officially started on the corner of 2nd and 11th. So if you hear people talk about it, tell them it's 2.5 blocks longer. It's a big deal. So, and nothing else really changes. Still the same streets. The other difference is that we will have some bleachers placed strategically across and along the parade route. So if you want to sit up a little higher, we'll have bleachers set. I think we have them at Elite Fitness and First Lutheran and the park. So that's all there. The schedule of events is also on there. But if you would take that and spread that word along, we would love to have you help. We actually added some students to the Band Day committee this year, and I have 3 students who are actually in Symphonic band who are serving on that committee. And it's been a lot of fun. We've had a really great year and hope to have a fantastic Band Day. The weather looks beautiful. Should be good. Well, from one of the most contemporary pieces of music we can play to one of the most traditional pieces of music we can play. This is a piece by Aaron Copeland called Variations on a Shaker Melody. I would bet all of you in this room know this shaker melody, and if you don't, it'll hit you like a ton of bricks at the very end of the song. And very challenging piece of music. Please enjoy Variations on a Shaker Melody. now we come to my least favorite part of the evening, giving the senior awards. It's the hardest part of my job, because it means I have to say goodbye to my seniors. Don't cry tonight. I'm gonna do my best. I'm talking to them. Parents, you too. We'd like to actually start tonight with an award for a junior, so Mrs. B, if you're here, could you come up or come down or come over? Come on up, Mrs. Sandy Blickery. Give her a hand.
It's kind of weird to say, but one of the main reasons I started this scholarship was the fact that 8 years ago, I met this handsome young man here who was extremely friendly, courteous, nice, and it was a lot of fun to have the band director who was willing to say hi and be really friendly. And I thought, so how can I reward him for being so nice to me? There's a limited number of times that he'd want to go out to dinner with me, I'm sure. Plus, there's a very limited number of places in which you can take someone out to dinner. So I decided I would start a scholarship instead. And the only real stipulation I had for it was that it would be given to a junior. So they could go up to music camp, learn a lot of things, and come back and put it to use in the WHS Band program. To begin with, it was called the Sunrise Music Scholarship, but I decided to change the name of it and called it the Captain Michael P. Horrocks Memorial Scholarship to honor those who had given their lives in defending our freedom, whether in Afghanistan, Iraq, or veterans way back, Vietnam War, World War II, Korean conflict. We owe these people a lot. And so that was part of the reason I changed it. Last but not least, going to music camp was one of the highlights of my life. I waited, just waited, impatiently I should say, for summer to come so I could go up to camp. And I wanted other students to be able to experience the same thing and have the same joy in music that I found. This year's Captain Michael P. Horrocks Memorial Scholarship goes to Amelia Bickler. Please give her a hand.
Thanks, Sandy. We have had a fantastic year here. Billy, can you turn the house lights on for a second? Billy, are you up there? Great. If you were participating in an honor band this year, of any sort, if you participated in an honor band, will you stand up and be recognized? We had lots of students selected for and participated in an honor band. Even if you went to Northwest, even though the bus didn't make it out of town, you could stand up. So acknowledge these students for participating in honor bands. Outstanding team. Okay, thank you. Up next, the Varsity Letter Awards. Thanks, Billy. You can shut those off. All right. We had several students earn Varsity Letter in Jazz Band. To be earning Varsity Letter in Jazz Band, you have to go above and beyond. You have to be willing to take solos. You have to participate in it for at least 4 years. Or, in this next student's case, participate in every ensemble that we had. And so, I have a list of students here that I'd like to just read off very quickly without destroying their things. First one is Evan Collins, and I'll give it to you afterwards, guys, so don't come on up, it'll take us a week. So Evan Collins, who participated in every ensemble at some point this year, earned a Varsity Letter. We applaud for him, that was a big job for him. And the following students have been in Jazz Band for at least 4 years. Isaac Erickson, Reed Halverson, Dalton Luther, Jordan Munson, and Tanner Ring. Thank you guys, congratulations. Now, to earn a Varsity Letter in band, you have to participate in band for 4 years and enjoy it and have fun. And I have, as you can see, a very large stack here. So as I call your name, if you would please stand, we'll hold all applause to the end. All right, here we go. This, I think, is all of my seniors. I think you're all here for 4 years. Here we go. Julia Adamson, Austin Alexander, Brooke Alton, Ty Bakken, Kayla Barkey, who's not here. She's still playing tennis. Steph Belofi, Jeff Benson, John Bisbee, Madison Cody, Morgan Cody, Isaac Erickson, Brett Flesness, Reed Halverson, Taylor Lattiser, Emily Long, Dalton Luther, Jordan Munson, Tanner Ring, Austin Semenko, Jessica Scabo, Carissa Weens, Abby Wilt. Please give them a hand. Did I miss anyone? Shelby Peterson. Shelby Peterson, I missed it. Sorry, Shelby. That's my senior class. We're losing a lot of great talent. Oh, thanks, guys. We're losing a lot of great talent. Shelby, I'm not sure where yours went, but I had it this morning. I'll find it. All right, up next, we'll start with the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award. This award is given in recognition of outstanding achievements to the field of jazz as demonstrated through superior musicianship, character, and individual creativity. All of these awards are chosen by committee, and this year the committee let me sit in and listen, which was great. I gave my opinions, but the committee gets to decide. So thank you, people I ate lunch with, for being my committee this year. It was great. We did it over lunch one day. So, this year, the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award is hereby presented to Mr. Tanner Ring. All right, I have several awards to give for band. And this year, the committee actually had a hard time deciding between several students. And so this year, we chose to give 2 Virgil Severson Outstanding Musicianship Awards. And these awards are given to outstanding musicians who have demonstrated leadership and high quality of playing and just basically go above and beyond. This year, my 2 recipients for the Virgil Severson Outstanding Musicianship Award are Miss Julia Adamson and Miss Emily Long. First thing Emily says to me, of course we get the same thing. Give me that back. I thought so. All right, this year, we also have the Director's Award for Band, and I could not think of a young man who would deserve this more, who's just come so far and has been through so much and has been a ton of great leadership for our program, and who also helped me all weekend at home for very little pay. We pulled bushes all weekend, a 12-foot hedge. It was not pleasant. But this year, the Director's Award goes to Mr. Reed Halverson. The next award is very special to me. This is the Marine Semper Fidelis Award for Musical Excellence. This award was the award that I received in high school a very long time ago. Longer than I would care to admit at this point. So, it says here, the Semper Fidelis Award for Musical Excellence is presented to, and I'll wait to tell you the name, by the United States Marine Youth Foundation Incorporated and the Marine Corps League in recognition of diligence, dedication, and musical excellence as a performing high school bandsman and soloist. Awarded this 6th day of May 2013 to Mr. Jordan Munson. I've decided that I'm not letting this next young man graduate. And man, you all know who this is, right? Okay, just making sure. What the biz? This young man has been my right hand for the last 4 years. He came in as a freshman and said, hey, what do you need me to do? And he has been there every step of the way, been through everything with me all year. He is hands down one of the strongest musicians. I'm not going to cry. hands down one of the strongest musicians I've ever had. Sitting first chair at the All-State Orchestra this year, the #1 oboe player in the state. The John Philip Sousa Award goes to Mr. John Bisbee. I truly have the best job in the world because I get to work with young musicians and young people that are just so inspiring to me. It's really cool for me to stand back and watch that I have another 2 students going into music education. And I, of course, like to think it's because of something that I might have said along the way, but it's probably not. That's okay. But in my past 8 years of teaching, I have had 17 students go into music education. And I think that that's something truly exceptional that we offer. It's been so much fun to share my talent with these kids and for them to share their talent with me. It's been fun. Last but not least tonight, which has nothing to do with the awards or the band or anything else, I thought I'd give you an update. Our auditorium project is hopefully going to be underway this summer. Our fundraising goal was $225,000. I am proud to say, have exceeded that goal and have raised $318,600. So I'm working right now with the school district. We're working really hard to get everything lined up so that we can get this room painted, get all new chairs for you guys to sit in and relax in, comfortable in. Amen. Amen. And some new curtains. So, new carpet of 2, of course. So, thank you for all that you have done for the last 8 years of my being here and for the help with the auditorium project and for sharing your students with me. It is such a pleasure to teach them. We're going to finish this evening with a new piece of music entitled Enchanted Spaces, written by Mr. Sam Hazel. Please enjoy. can you turn on 22 and 24 only, please? You're on the B side, so on the bottom.